does a cat not cover its poop?
Well, there could be several reasons, and there's no real consensus about it. But I've spoken to a couple different veterinary behaviorists, and one of the reasons could be that the mother cat, maybe the cat that you have didn't have enough time with the mother cat, or maybe the mother cat just didn't bother. They didn't teach them to do it. That's something that they don't always naturally do. They have to be taught how to do it.
So the mother cat trains the cat to cover its poop?
True.
Oh, okay.
But then another possible, so maybe the cat understands that it's supposed to cover its poop, but doesn't for some other reason, some behavioral reason. For instance, some cats will only cover their poop if they feel like they're in their own territory.
Okay.
And a cat, even if a cat has lived in a home for years, it still may not feel like it's its own territory for one reason or another. Maybe it just doesn't feel comfortable. Maybe there's another cat that is more dominant and that cat feels submissive, and so that cat doesn't feel like it belongs there. So it, again, doesn't cover its poop.
I always wonder why cats cover up their urine and their poop, and why dogs don't do it. But dogs can be trained to do it, can't they?
Yes, they can. But they think, well, again, there's a theory about that. There's a theory that they did it. It's kind of like an evolutionary idea in the fact that it will cut down on parasites, which makes sense. So maybe the cats that did cover up their poop just were healthier because there were less parasites around.
Okay.
And so those are the cats that have continued to like breed more, and maybe that is why. That's one of the theories that they have going about why it may be that they do that.
You own a cat?
I do. I have one cat, and for a while, at different times, I've had more than one cat. Yeah.
Okay. Were they rescue cats?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So then, I mean, I've had one cat that did come from a home where I knew who owned the cat previously. But with rescue cats, there's the concern too that there could be some other behavioral issues that you don't really understand, you know.
Okay.
And then there's the idea that a dominant cat sometimes will not cover up its poop to kind of show, hey, I'm here. I'm the one. I don't have to cover up my poop. This is my place.
Is it because other cats are around, or they just?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually it would be because that reason would probably be because other cats are around. You know, they're saying, hey, you know, I'm the head cat here. And in that case, interestingly, what will sometimes happen is one of the other cats will cover up the poop for the other cats. So you have kind of a secondary cleanup.
I'm covering up your shit. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been writing?
I've been writing for many years, but like actually getting paid writing, it's only been a few years. I used to write, I've written some novels that like never went anywhere, I've written short stories for my own fun and for my friends to read. But just a few years ago, I started to write for vetstreet.com, which is where I wrote the cat poop story, which is kind of a fun story. It just rolls off the tongue. Why does my cat not cover her poop? So, and then since then,
the writing that you've been doing in Provincetown is called Off Season.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
You guys did some short films and some of them work on YouTube.
Yes, we have our trailer, our teaser trailer is on YouTube. We have 2 full, like 45, 50-minute episodes fully edited out of 14. But we have 14 episodes that have been written.
There's 3 episodes right now that I can go on YouTube and I can look at and watch.
Well, unfortunately, no. Right now, I think there's only the teaser trailer, but we're working on getting more on YouTube. And some of them have been shown locally in Provincetown. Two of the episodes, full episodes, have been shown locally in Provincetown. And the whole idea is off-season is it's set in Provincetown in the off-season. So there's so many local people who have been involved in this, and so showing it locally, it's a big event. They had, for the first one, we had a premiere and everything with a red carpet. I think like half the town showed up just to get to see like.
Half the town was probably in it, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Or their homes have been in it, or their businesses have been in it. The community has really rallied around because in off-season there's not that much to do. So if you go to the police station and say, hey, we want to shoot something, I mean, sure, it's the, they have things that they're doing. It's not like they're just sitting around, but they have the space and they're willing to work with us.
So you're one of the writers for off-season. Who's the director?
The main director is Nathan Butera, and he's the showrunner. It was his idea, and he also he's written many of the episodes, and he runs the writers' meeting. So he's the head writer, the director. He stars in it.
Produces it.
He's I would say he's probably editing it's tough because I was saying it's a local project, and during the season everybody has jobs, usually more than 1, 2, sometimes 3, and so they're working so hard they don't have time to sit in front of an editing suite and finish putting all these episodes together. So we need funding. We would love to hire somebody. That would be ideal, to hire a professional editor. But it's hard to get the money together, and fundraising is hard to do when you're working like crazy. And then we've been doing this for 2 years. We've been working on it for 2.5 years, almost 3 years now. So in the off season, that's when everybody's writing, acting, directing, producing, trying to put everything together. So they don't have time to edit them either. So it's just been kind of crazy. But now we're at the stage where that's what we really need to do, is finish editing it and then find out, where we can potentially get it so that people can see it.
So you need an editor and you need a mass producer.
Yeah. I mean, we're open to all kinds of possibilities. We'd love to hear from people about, say, hey, maybe you can show here, or hey, I know a producer who might be interested at least in taking a look and seeing if they might want to help out, or if anybody at a network, was saying, hey, we're looking for some fresh new. Yeah, and it's an interesting, because just because it's in Provincetown and most of the people associated with making it are gay and lesbian, there are straight people in the show, and there's bisexuality, there's all kinds of sexuality, there's threesomes, there's all kinds, and it's funny, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So there's something pretty much for everybody in it.
It kind of reminds me of that show that took place in Alaska a long time ago.
Yes, Northern Exposure.
Northern Exposure.
Yes.
It gives me that feeling.
Yes.
But I must say, by looking at the film that I've seen online, it's done really well.
The trailer,
It's
good.
really
Jake
good.
Fink is our cinematographer. He's excellent. I mean, we've had all kinds of. We had. I wasn't here for most of the shooting for the last 5 episodes because I go back and forth from Brooklyn to Provincetown. But in the first 9 episodes, we had this guy, Peter, blanking on his name, and he was he did all the set, he did the set design. We've had great assistant directors. The crew have been people who have no experience, but are holding booms and learning how to do everything, and everybody's been chipping in. But it looks, it's stunning, and that's Jane.
My name is Joe Silva. I've lived and worked here in Provincetown, Massachusetts my entire life. My family has been on Cape Cod for over 150 years. You're just here for the summer. What's it like in the winter, you ask? What's it like in the off-season?
Something terrible.
Lupita is dead.
That's awful.
She didn't kill herself.
Yes, she did. She's not going to heaven.
Which one was she?
Sometimes people, they don't find the hope. They don't find God.
You're a liar, Maya. I can't believe a word you say.
What are you taking pictures of?
I'm on the cusp of freezing out here. Can we talk inside for a minute?
Just imagine for a second exactly what it was that I did for you.
Give me the camera!
For Christ's sake, Joe, you're almost 40 years old. You know how embarrassing it was for me to see you taking free food from the soup kitchen?
You really need to get your shit together and start supporting your family. You're embarrassing all of us.
I sold my boat! I'm not gonna live forever.
Dad, don't talk like that.
Promise me. And the house is yours.
Do you think your friend Joe killed Link? Why would you ask me something like that?
Don't you know who the hell I am? I am the money tree. I want to have sex with a woman. Whee! Shut up. Oh.
That's the first sex I've had since my wife passed away.
Please stop talking, Bobby. I don't know why I haven't fired you yet. You're lucky I'm not that type.
What were you feeling when you made this?
Guilt, shame.
Shame about what?
I'm Olga and I live in a trailer.
Look, lady, stop following me around or I'm gonna get a restraining order against you, got it?
The Standishes can burn in hell.
Hear ye, hear ye! On this, the 10th day of December, 1864!
The Standishes would gladly help the Silvas keep their family home.
I curse you and your family.
Please, Victoria, don't do this.
You are dead to me.
That is your great-great-granny's wig.
Tony, what should I do?
Go to the police.
I'm fine.
I'm afraid female bodies dangling over Commercial Street may become something of an epidemic.